Hey everyone, Terri O here, and welcome to our streaming of Checkup AZ, right? abc15.com/checkup. That is where you're going to find all kinds of information about breast cancer, early detection and prevention. And as a breast cancer survivor, I am honored to be able to bring you all kinds of information that will hopefully not only prevent breast cancer, but maybe get you through should you be diagnosed. So we're going to start off a little bit different today. We're not really talking about prevention. I want to talk to those breast cancer warriors out there who have beat this disease, and now it's time to live your life. And now it's time to get back and exercise. And I know you're thinking, oh, can I? Yes, you can. And here's why, because I have the expert in all of everything that's physical and well-being and training, the one and only Chris Powell. You may know him from Extreme Weight Loss, a popular reality TV show a couple years ago. He's an author, he's a personal trainer, and a wellness coach.
Yes.
And my friend.
We go way back.
We do.
It's
We
good to see
do,
you.
my friend. It's good to have you here because you're always inspiring. And I'm hoping that you will help me do that today. Matter of fact, I know that you will. A lot of women listening at this point who may have been diagnosed, we have to get back into life, Chris. And part of that is focusing on our health and making sure that we do everything we can to stay healthy. And part of that is, of course, exercise. When is the right time to dip your toe back in the water and go, you know what? It's time.
It's a good question. And my answer, especially when we're dealing with something as severe and as significant as cancer or any medical condition for that matter,
Mhm.
I am not a doctor or a surgeon or an oncologist. And so it is my job, because that's out of my scope of practice. My job is to wait for the doctor or the oncologist or the surgeon to then give that individual the green light.
Okay.
And once that happens, they can pass the baton to me and we can start them off wherever they are ready. But heads up, to set realistic expectations for where you are probably at, especially after taking a significant amount of time off, and especially if you've gone through a mastectomy or a lumpectomy. Your body's gone through some really traumatic changes. It went through some trauma.
Right.
And so it's quite often you might not step back into it up to par with where you remember yourself being. And so it's really important that we set some realistic expectations. And just starting though, it's the beginning of getting right back to where you were and even continuing to thrive from there.
Yes, because I think as a warrior, we know that our bodies have been through a lot, and now it's really time to continue that fight. And I'm glad you said that because we are not medical experts by any stretch of the imagination. But Chris, you certainly are an expert in your scope of expertise, and I am just being a breast cancer warrior myself. Let's talk a little bit about when you are finally given that green light.
Yes.
With someone. Is there a difference in your approach, whether or not they've had a lumpectomy or a mastectomy?
In my standard approach, I always like to start where they are most comfortable, wherever you feel the best. And again, also based on the whatever green light I might get from the doctor. The doctor might say, hey, based on the surgery, excuse me, the doctor might say, look, based on the surgery, it's really important that she only explore a range of motion, from 0 to 45 degrees or whatever that might be. So again, we always need to stay within a safe range of motion so that we're not going to do any damage.
Right. And I think maybe some women might think, oh, well, I've had, a mastectomy is, so radical, I'm never going to be able to do all the things I used to do. But I've not had a mastectomy. So, but do you think that's true?
In my experience, no. Because if the muscle still exists, then we can move that muscle and we can and when you can move the muscle, that's when all the magic starts to happen.
There you go.
Yes. And so again, it's not as if you're broken and if you'll never get back to where you were. No. You can start, and then from there, as long as and consistency is key, as long as you're consistent, then you can really take yourself into a place where you're thriving again.
I love that you just said the word broken, because I think as a survivor myself, a warrior, I think there were times I kind of felt broken. I felt like, oh, my life is completely different. I am not the same. And in some ways I'm not. But coming from your perspective as someone who motivates and inspires, it really then becomes a mindset, doesn't it?
Absolutely. And this is where, again, as you're coming out of this traumatic experience, I always like to consider is that you're not starting over, but you're actually starting stronger. You're coming from an experience and I know you don't love the word survivor, but yes, you survived the cancer.
Yeah.
But it also took a mindset in order to do that. It also took a dedication to staying the course with doing what you're doing, because there were alternatives. You didn't have to go through the lumpectomy. You didn't have to do those things.
This is true.
You made choices to save your own life. And so you are coming back a stronger human up here.
Yeah.
And that prepared you, because here's the thing. The way I always see it is that it's not like you aren't going to get thrown any curveballs for the rest of your life. That wasn't the only one. There's going to be more ahead. They might not be as big as this, and they might be bigger. But this trial is preparing you to handle more trials that will be coming.
So beginning this process or going back into it, and for some women, it might be the first time they've ever worked out. And for others, I've always worked out. So I couldn't wait to get back into it, but I was also a little cautious, and I was also very fatigued. And I think any woman who's gone through any of the protocol that is necessary to survive breast cancer, there is that level of fatigue, and it's very, very difficult to get over that. What would you say to women who are battling fatigue?
Well, and this is it, the fatigue exacerbates the human nature of the fact that the longer you don't move, the more you don't want to move. So that's just a human thing. Even when you're healthy, if you go, here's a really good example. Even people that are consistent with their workouts, if you take a week off, the very first workout back, you're like, oh, I don't want to do this. You take 2 weeks off, it's even that much more you dread it that much more. Right. 3 weeks off. Now throw on extreme fatigue after that. Throw on physical trauma that you've been through. It's just going to add to the layers of the fact that your body, you don't want to move. Your brain doesn't want to. And again, you're not broken. That's human. Yeah. But with extreme fatigue after that, it is a very challenging thing. And so expect it to happen. You're not going to want to move. But remember this also, you don't need to wait to be motivated to move, because that will never happen. You'll never be motivated to move, to get your body into motion. But when you actually put your body into motion, that's when the magic starts happening. And when you are in motion, that's what drives motivation. So the more your body is actually moving, then your brain starts to become more and more motivated. There's a reason why when people walk into the gym and they don't want to do anything and all they do is just a warm up, sure enough, after the warm up, they go, oh, maybe I'm just going to go do that over there. Look, that's neuroscience.
Yeah, it's because things are moving.
That's exactly
to the brain and from the brain, right?
Yes. And the part of the brain that's actually that lives in fear, that doesn't want to move because it's uncomfortable, the amygdala. The moment you actually start moving, the motor cortex takes that energy and it moves. It also lights up that prefrontal cortex, and before you know it, and once your body's in motion, it takes all that energy away from the fear part of the brain, and you're in motion. And all of a sudden, you start moving. You go, wait, if I could walk from here to there. What if I could walk to that lamppost? What if I could walk around the block? What if I could pick that up and just do some arm movements? And before you know it, you start that deep-rooted curiosity along with the motivation. It's neuroscience and it's physiology in motion, and it's all the magic, and that's what gets you out of the hole.
Right.
And once you start moving, then you don't want to stop.
Right. You're right. It does. But you just got to start. Right? You just got to take that very first step and start.
Bingo.
Let's talk a little bit about exercise versus weight training.
Yes.
Two different things, right?
Yeah, you could lump weight training into exercise. Pun intended. I'm so sorry. Sorry, I had to.
That's a whole different category right there.
Right. We could, but there would be different kinds of exercise, right? There would be cardio, there would be stretching, there would be resistance training, and so there's all those different categories. All of them are great. But when it comes to starting off, I'm just a huge fan of walking because it's the lowest barrier of entry. The human body's made to do it. And also it ain't scary.
We can all do that.
We can all do that. And the best part, I mean, just if you look at the benefits of walking, from muscular health to bone health to a mental health, improving your mood, to stimulating the lymphatic system, to boosting your immune function. I mean, walking is magic. And it is the most beautiful place to start for anybody who's coming out of a traumatic experience like this.
Right.
And once you start to walk, it really sets the foundation, the systemic foundations, to then start to explore other things. Because then walking could turn into jogging, if that's the kind of stuff you're into, or rowing or cycling. Or it could turn into lifting a little bit of weights, grabbing some soup cans, and just stimulating your muscle a little bit.
Right.
But again, multiple categories, different benefits, but all of it's good.
All of it is good.
Yeah.
And that is really why we're here. It's just to motivate you and just say, you know what? A, you're not broken. I love that. And you just have to dip your toe in the water, because guess what? Before you know it, you're jumping in, right?
Yeah.
Let's talk a little bit about bone health. Because I did experience 33 rounds of radiation, and a big question that kept coming up to me was, what's your bone density? When was your last DEXA scan? Exercise in general is good for your bone health, whether you've had cancer or not, right?
Yes, 1,000%.
So I'm just guessing that with certain types of treatment that have I don't know, compromised our bone health, is it possible to get it back just through exercise?
1,000% yes. But now when we talk about exercise, there is an exercise in particular that really helps stimulate bone health and increase bone density, and that is resistance training.
Okay.
And walking is great, and cardio is great, flexibility is great, but if you really want to increase your bone density, you have to put your bones under tension. Just like if you want your muscles to get stronger and bigger, you have to put them under tension. And so this is where adding weight to your body can really help. Maybe it could be, first of all, obviously we're talking about starting off walking, but when you're ready, explore. Maybe, are you familiar with these weighted vests that are all the rage?
Yeah.
For all the right reasons, because you start adding some weight.
That counts as weight training?
1,000%. Are you kidding me? Yes.
Well, I mean, it's a legitimate question.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Just by wearing something heavy.
Yes.
That's considered resistance training?
And now, if you got that weight on your shoulders, now you're loading your spine. If your spine is experiencing a significant load, even a stronger load of 15 to 20 pounds, guess what happens to the bones in your spine? They're going to get denser. They are stimulated to increase their density. And so they're going to get denser and stronger. Guess what's going to, and it goes right down the chain. Guess what happens to your femurs? They're going to get denser. Guess what's going to happen to the tibia and the fibula? They're going to get denser.
Wow.
Yes. And so these are the baby steps that you can take. Okay. And then when you're ready, you could explore maybe doing some push-ups off your countertop. Okay. And now we're going to be loading our humerus and our radius and our ulna, and we're going to be loading the clavicle, and we're going to be loading, basically, as we start, and the best part is that it's a twofer, right? 2 for 1. You're stimulating your muscles, and the more we can actually stimulate those muscles, that's going to increase our metabolic health. And it's going to increase our strength and our speed and our power, and basically prepare us for life again. Yes. So we're not frail, but it's also going to stimulate your bones to increase their density. And so you can start to explore all the big moments. And here's the best part. We don't need to overthink it. There's 3 big movements that the human body can do. 3 main movements: pushing, pulling, and squatting. And there's lots of different variations within those.
Right.
But as long as you just break it down to those 3 and you explore pushing movements, pulling movements, and squatting movements, you got them all. You got the big ones covered.
Oh.
It's a great place to start.
You know what? I never thought about that way. And thank you for simplifying, because here's the thing. It's overwhelming, especially if you, and this is, something that I had no idea that was going to happen. The amount of doctors that I have to see and that I have to be accountable to, they have to be accountable to me. I count 5 just off the top of my head, right?
Sure.
So all of this becomes so overwhelming. What would you recommend to us? Because we also know how important this process is to our overall health.
Yes.
Not just to survivors, right? What do you recommend that we do besides walking, or maybe we choose to go with a trainer? How can we start this process? What do we need to say to ourselves and to them?
Well, the best thing you can do, especially if you're working with a trainer, give them your entire history of everything.
And they should be asking.
And they should be, yes.
FYI.
If the trainer is worth their salt, yes,
Okay.
they should be asking.
Okay.
Absolutely. They should know about your history. They should know about any limitations that you might have, anything that might be coming from the doctor based on your overall needs, because there's a mantra that we live by as trainers and wellness coaches, and that is do no harm. But if we don't know that you have a limited range of motion here, or there's something that you should not be doing, then how do we know? We first of all, we need to ask, and you need to communicate that with us.
Yeah, communication is very,
it's a great place to start. And then from there, also make sure, I mean, if we're kind of vetting the coach,
yes,
make sure that they're going to be taking you through, number one, something that's going to, I say it's enjoyable, but it's important for them to kind of meet you where you're at. Of where you feel comfortable, but then encouraging you to push those boundaries just a little bit, because
that
that's
becomes
what it takes.
There's the fine line there, Chris.
Exactly.
Right? Because
yes.
it's like, oh, I'm fatigued. Because radiation therapy can really do a number on you. So can chemotherapy. It has long lasting effects. It's hard to overcome. And we the first thing, well, I can't.
Right. Sure. and I've certainly encountered that a number of times in my 25-year career. And so here's how I typically handle it. I will always give realistic expectations, and I will tell you what's going to happen before it happens. And so, hey, we're going to pick up this weight and you're going to lift it 10 to 12 times. But here's what's going to happen around rep number 8. This is what you're going to feel in your body. And this is the conversation that you're going to have in your mind, and it's going to start to feel uncomfortable. And then around rep number 10, you're going to tell me you can't do anymore. And if I tell you you're going to do it before you do it, then you really start thinking about it, and you start looking at it you start exploring yourself and your behaviors and your actions around movement with childlike curiosity. And sure enough, around rep 8, you're like, oh, this is I feel a burn in my muscle. He said that I was going to feel a burn. Oh, around 10. Oh, I don't know if I can do anymore. And I want to tell him this, but hold on.
Yeah.
And I'm going to say, but even at rep 10, you're still going to push for 2 more, because I know that you can do this. And then I will get the individual to almost make a contract with me before we might start the movement. Again, this is once we've established rapport and everything. We've got a relationship and trust.
Yeah.
But that's been probably one of the most effective methods that I've used, is simply telling you what's going to happen and what you're going to be thinking and feeling before it does. And it further builds trust and rapport. But then, like I'd mentioned before, it gets you exploring yourself and exploring your conversations with, I'm going to go back to that word, childlike curiosity, as opposed to judging yourself. Because a lot of times people, if you're not aware that it's happening, and because guess what? Exercise can sometimes be uncomfortable. And sometimes that discomfort comes with innate fears of, when your heart starts beating faster and your lungs are doing this, sometimes people feel like they're suffocating, or sometimes they're like, I think I'm going to have a heart attack or something like that. Even if it's mild, a lot of times fear can start to set in.
Right.
And so if I can explain to you that this is the beauty of the human body in motion, and your heart rate's going to increase, and your breathing is going to increase, and you might feel a little bit of burning in the muscle. But this is a beautiful thing. This is actually your body in motion experiencing this healthy kind of stress. And when you take yourself to this point, the reaction that your body's going to have, it's actually going to grow stronger now for the next 24 hours.
It becomes a snowball, though, for everything after that. It's your confidence level, right?
Absolutely.
And your mental well-being, so much happens. I know that. And I appreciate. I wish everybody was. I wish everybody was like you, in the approach, because you give everybody kind of that mental, plan, so that we're all good with that. There are a lot of women out there who are listening who think, you know what, I want to, but I can't. I know I should, but I can't find the time. And I want you to give in your final thought, words of wisdom to those women out there who know they should, but there's something holding them back.
The first thing I would say, don't be scared. Of course, that's easy to say coming from someone like me, but please don't be scared. Don't set unrealistic expectations on yourself, and start off in the most comfortable, enjoyable place possible. And that's by The only thing I would ask for anyone who is out there who hasn't moved for a long time because you're so scared, if you can simply get up and put one foot in front of the other and just start walking and start to explore what your body is capable of doing through just walking with, I'm going to go back to that word, childlike curiosity. See where you go from there. Because you know what? The takeaway here is if we can just get anyone out there who hasn't been moving just to start walking, your life will improve significantly forevermore.
See?
That's it.
Those are beautiful words of wisdom.
Walk.
You're the best. Chris Powell, thank you. Thank you for your words of encouragement. Ladies, gentlemen, do not hesitate. It's for your overall health. We're all here to survive.
Let's go.
Thank you,
Let's go.
Chris.
You got this. You've got this.
Always more information on abc15.com/checkup.